Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be discussing about most important questions on electrical measurement. These questions are already been repeated in various competitive examinations. And this video will be mainly focusing on those who are preparing for assistant engineer, assistant electrical inspector, then sub-engineer, etc. And still those who are preparing for SSC and UPSC examination also can be observed this video. Okay, so I have prepared almost 34 videos and the video link will be available at the I button of this particular video. And also I'll be putting those video link in the description box for your convenience. And whenever you are getting free time, you can go through that. Anyway, let us discuss the 5 important questions on the area of electrical measurements. First of all, I'll be showing you those questions. I request you to note down the right answer. Okay, these are the most important questions and highly unavoidable if you are preparing for an examination. Question number 1, please go through that. This question is related to 2 wattmeter method. Which would be the right answer? Kindly go through that. You can able to note down the right answer. And the second question also the same manner related to the energy meter. Okay, TOD. What is a TOD meter? Importance of TOD. It had repeated in the year of 2010. And question number 3, that is also related to 2 wattmeter method. That's most important. Okay, so don't avoid these kind of questions. And please identify the right answer and perform the self-evaluation. Whenever I'm going to discuss, you can able to evaluate. Question number 4 is related to bridge. Different type of bridge you must have studied, like Hay Bridge, then Maxwell Bridge, Shearing's Bridge, Wheatstone's Bridge. There are different type of bridges are available. So the question is related to Shearing's Bridge. Please identify the correct answer. And question number 5, that is related to power triangle and wattmeter. You know what is wattmeter, what is real power, apparent power, reactive power. Okay, so these are the 5 questions. It may be simple, but don't avoid. Now let us start discussing individual questions. Okay, the first question is, you can read out the question. In 2 wattmeter method of power measurement, 1 wattmeter gives 0 reading when we have 4 conditions. Power factor is 0, power factor is unity, power factor is 0.5, power factor is 0.707. First of all, let us identify the basics of 2 wattmeter method. Okay, some basics we have to learn, then only we can answer the question. So I have prepared some important notes on that particular question. So first of all, 2 wattmeter method, that is mainly used for the balanced load. Measurement of 3-phase power for the balanced as well as unbalanced load. That is the peculiarity of 2 wattmeter method. You can able to observe the power reading from the first wattmeter, that is given by VL IL cos 30 minus phi, where phi is the phase angle, phase difference, and VL is the line voltage and IL is the line current. Likewise, the second wattmeter reads this much of quantity. That means VL IL cos 30 plus phi. So if you compute the tan phi, you will be getting root 3 W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. From that, you can able to calculate the value of phi. That is also possible. Okay, this point you have to remember. Now there are 3 cases. The first case, I'll be discussing about the first case. You can go through that. The thing is, when the power factor of the particular 3-phase load is unity. That means power factor unity means cos phi is equal to 1. If cos phi is equal to 1, phi will be cos inverse of 1, that is equal to 0. Such cases, you can substitute the value at W1 and W2. So now, what about W1? VLIL cos 30. Cos 30 means 0.866 VLIL. The resultant will be 0.866 VLIL. And W2 also will be like this only. VLIL cos 30 minus 5. Anyway, 5 will be 0 only. So same answer. That means 2 wattmeter gives W1 and W2. Okay, W1 and W2 gives the same reading. And both are equal. Both same sign. And magnitude also equal, direction and both are equal actually. Okay, there is no sign change when load power factor is unity. Remember this point. Second case, when the power factor of the load is 0.5 lagging. So first of all, you have to write cos phi is equal to 0.5. From that, you have to calculate phi. Phi is equal to cos inverse of 0.5, that is nothing but 60 degree. Now you have to substitute. W1 means the VLIL cos 30 minus 5. That means VLIL cos minus 30. Okay, cos minus 30 means cos 30. Okay, you have to remember those trigonometric formula. I'll be getting 0.866 VLIL. In the second case, VLIL cos 30 plus 60, that is nothing but cos 90, that is absolutely 0. So 1 wattmeter reads 0. So remember this condition. This will be helpful for our question. Okay, 0.5 lagging. Remember this. And one more condition I would like to tell you. Third case, when power factor of the load is 0, you write cos phi is equal to 0, phi is equal to cos inverse of 0, that is nothing but 90 degree. Now substitute W1 equal to VL IL cos 30 minus 90, that is nothing but cos minus 60. Cos minus 60 means cos 60, 0.5 VL IL. And W2 means VL IL cos 30 plus 90, VL IL cos 120. Cos 120 means what I can say, we'll be getting the negative value will be getting. So minus 0.5 VLIL. So can you able to make a conclusion? Here both the magnitudes are equal. W1 and W2 both are equal, but there is a sign change. So W1 is equal to minus W2 when the load power factor is 0. But as far as our question concerned, we have to look at the second case. So power factor of the load is 0.5 lagging. Okay. So at that, let us recall the question. What is our question? So our first question is, in 2 wattmeter method of power measurement, 1 wattmeter gives 0 reading when, what is the condition? 1 wattmeter gives 0. The power factor is the 0.5. I can go for option C. Option C is the right answer. Hope you have marked the right answer for this particular question. So remember those calculations. So this question will be almost important for all the type of examination. Do remember this. So TOD meters are placed in industries to record total energy consumed during a year, total energy consumed during a month, total energy consumed during a day, units consumed at each time of the day. The right answer, TOD meter, that is nothing but it is mainly is a type of energy meter that is mainly used for the units consumed at each time of the day. It is mainly used for demand side management technique, DSM technique. Okay, TOD meters. Whenever you are learning about demand side management, you will be learning about TOD meters. Let us discuss the third question. A 2 wattmeter method of power measurement can be used for any balanced load, only star connected system, both balanced and unbalanced system, only unbalanced system. So we have already learned about 2 wattmeter method. It is mainly used for, it's one of the best method of measurement of three-phase power. It is mainly used for the measurement of both balanced and unbalanced system. I can go for option C. Option C is the right answer for this particular question. Question number 3, you can go for option C. So let me discuss about question number 4. Shearing bridge is used for the measurement of capacitance, susceptance, resistance, inductance. You know, Shearing bridge that is mainly used for measurement of unknown capacitance. So I have prepared one video on Shearing bridge in high voltage engineering playlist. If you want to get more information on Shearing bridge, please do visit my my YouTube channel. In that you can visit the playlist of high voltage engineering. You will be getting the principle and working of Shearing bridge. Okay, you can go for capacitance. And also it will be helpful for measurement of dielectric loss. So these are the speciality of Shearing bridge. Now I would like to show you some more bridge that will be really helping you for preparing the competitive examination. Okay. So before that, I'll be discussing about what is the feature of TOD meter. So time of day metering, full form is time of day metering, allows electric rates to be charged during a day to record the use of peak high cost periods and off peak lower cost period. So it usually bifurcate the peak and off peak hours. Let us come back to the bridges, which I told bit early. Vane bridge. What do you mean by Vane bridge? It is mainly used for the accurate measurement of frequency and resistance. That is why we are going to use Vane bridge. You must have heard about the Vane bridge oscillator. Similarly, H-bridge circuit, it is mainly used for the motor direction control. You must have heard about H-bridge inverter. Okay, motor direction control can be done with the help of this H-bridge circuit. And Maxwell bridge is mainly used for the measurement of inductance. Remember these valuable points. Kelvin bridge is mainly used for the measurement of resistance. And if I take about Carey-Foster bridge, it is mainly used for the low resistance measurement. And regarding the Hay bridge, it is mainly used for measurement of unknown inductance. So let us recall regarding the Maxwell bridge and Hay bridge, both are having the similar purpose. Okay, both are mainly used for the measurement of inductance. And the Shearing bridge is mainly used for the measurement of capacitance. This point you have to remember. Okay, let us discuss the last question. A wattmeter indicates apparent power, voltage, real power, reactive power. Which is the right answer? Actually, the wattmeter indicates the real power. So here actually it should have reactive power. I would have written as reactive power. Okay, reactive power is also known as true power. Real power is also known as true power. True power. What is the unit of real power? The unit of real power is kilowatts. Okay. So apparent power, what is the unit of apparent power? Volt ampere or kilovolt ampere, kVA or VA. So what is the unit of reactive power? kVAR. So you can draw a power triangle also. You can draw a power triangle. So based on the power triangle, you can able to define what is real power, reactive power, and apparent power. So let me show you. If you want, I will show you the power triangle. So consider the power triangle. Okay. So this is the power triangle. Let the angle be phi. So the base side you can call real power or true power. Real power. Okay. Or true power. The height you can measure apparent power. Sorry, reactive power. The height will be reactive power. Reactive power. Okay, height will be considered as reactive power, and the hypotenuse is considered as apparent power. Apparent power. So if you want to calculate the power factor, what is the equation? Power factor is nothing but real power by apparent power. Ratio of real power to the apparent power. That is called the power factor. So this is known as power triangle. Remember all the segments. What is real power, reactive power, and apparent power. Okay. Power factor is the ratio of real power to the apparent power. Okay. These are the few points. And remember the units also. It will be helpful for the competitive examinations. Okay. So we have discussed 5 important questions. Mainly I have concentrated 2 wattmeter method. Many questions can be expected in the area of 2 wattmeter method. And also I have enlisted the importance of some bridges which can be used in the area of electrical measurements. So hope the session is useful. If you are having any queries, please put up in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.